Hey, I'm Lisa.
I know, I'm Missy.
All right, well,
We love our technology.
wait a minute, what time is it?
What time is it?
I'm not sure, I don't have a clock. What time is it?
What time is it, y'all? Do y'all know what time
Do
it
you
is?
know what time it is? Wait, I know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's kid time yoga time.
Kid time yoga time.
What's the time?
It's kid time yoga time.
What's the time?
It's
kid time yoga time.
What's the time?
It's kid time yoga time. Whee! I'm probably shaking the whole thing here.
I know, right? Woo!
We're so excited.
Yay!
It is.
We're glad you could join us today.
I get so excited to do this. It's like the best time of my day, for real. Woo! All right. Well, we did a class the other day, and we had so much fun, we decided we have to do another one. Maybe a lot more other ones.
A whole lot more other ones.
Well, we are Lake Wylie Yoga Social, and we are in Lake Wylie, South Carolina. There's no lake around us right now.
Not today.
No, but beautiful nature, and we have a beautiful sunny day. So we have a great sequence that we're going to do and teach you. Adding on, actually, to some of the stuff we did the other day. So some will be familiar, and a little bit of new things as well.
That's right.
I know. So, but today actually we're going to get started down on our mats. Or if you don't have a mat, which you really don't need a yoga mat.
Nope, that's right.
You could use a towel. You could use just the floor, a sheet. I mean, really, if you have, I wouldn't recommend hardwood, just
No.
like we have right here.
Just maybe a little something so
Yeah.
that you're not directly on the wood.
You don't hurt your knees or your toes. I don't know. Sometimes it's not as comfortable. Just something to give you a little bit so you're comfortable doing this right now. And if you'd like to have a cushion nearby, it's not necessary, but
Sure.
you can always use a pillow for any of the postures. But we're going to get started focusing on our breath at first. And we talked about that in the last class. In yoga, we use something called an Ujjayi Breath, which is a great word. I really like saying
Ujjayi.
Ujjayi. It sounds very Star Wars.
That's it. Yes,
It does, right? It sounds a little Star Wars, which actually, when you use your Ujjayi breath, can sound like Darth Vader.
That's right.
That's crazy that they sound alike. But when you do your Ujjayi breath, you breathe in through your nose, you seal your lips, and you breathe out through your nose. But if that is not comfortable for you, just use your natural breath throughout any of the class. Because as long as you are breathing mindfully, you are practicing yoga. So it's A-okay. But we're going to start first by just kind of settling in right here, just having a comfortable seat on your mat, whatever that is for you. You can sit on your heels first. Let's just get grounded here in the moment right now. So we'll breathe in through your nose, seal your lips, and just breathe out through your nose. And you'll notice throughout class, sometimes I won't do what I'm saying, but Missy will, because sometimes I have to get the words out. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. So let's take a few rounds of breath. We'll breathe in and just breathe out. Try to fill your lungs all the way up and just release it all out. We'll take one more round of breath and let it go. So just continue breathing. We're moving into our first posture, child's pose. So Missy, again, she's going to go into it as I speak. We're going to take your knees, you're going to spread them out the width of your mat or towel, bring your toes to touch, and from here, you're going to let your forehead rest down on the mat or floor, then crawl your fingertips all the way forward. So as you're doing this, you continue to breathe in and breathe out. And you really try to relax into this posture. And every time you fill up your lungs, maybe you crawl your fingertips a little more forward. And every time you breathe out, just relax your hips down into your heels. And just breathe here. You'll feel maybe your breath blow back against you because your forehead is resting down onto the mat. That's okay, as long as you brushed your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have too much coffee, Missy. We'll
Coffee breath.
Coffee breath, yep. They didn't have any coffee.
No, they didn't have coffee.
All right, we'll take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Very gently crawl your fingertips back forward towards your face, towards your body. And we've been in a tabletop before. So just bring your knees back, hip width distance apart. And we're going to do some cat and cow here. So first, for cow pose, inhale, drop your belly, send your gaze forward and out. And for cat pose, round through your spine, send your gaze behind you. And for cow pose, we're dropping the belly. And cat pose, round through your spine, a lot. Let's do that 2 more times. We'll go cow, and then move into cat. Yay, great job. You're so good at that, Missy. Come back to your neutral tabletop. I love this next posture.
Oh yeah, this is fun.
It's called puppy pose. So it's a mixture almost of child's pose and the pose we just were doing. So crawl your fingertips forward. Now keep your hips up. I'm moving my coffee mug here, which actually has tea in it, and my shoes, so I can move a little bit this way. So just keeping your hips up, just like we were at tabletop, but crawling your fingertips forward. Your forehead rests on the mat just like in child's pose. And you keep your hips up. So it's just like table and child's pose. And here, if you want to, you can wag your puppy tail a little bit.
Puppy tail. I'm a happy puppy.
This feels really great on your whole back and spine. It's a really fun posture. Feels really good. Continue using your breath though, breathing in through your nose and breathing out. On your next inhale, crawl your fingers back all the way to tabletop position. We're moving to thread the needle, which I think looks almost like a bird in flight.
It does look like a
It
bird
does.
flying.
So first, press into your left palm. We're going to lift our right hand up to the ceiling. And then we're going to take that hand and thread it underneath the body. But then we're going to lift the hand back up just like a bird flying.
Like we're flapping our wings.
Let's do that one more time. Lift the arm all the way back up. Now, as we bring it underneath the body, you can let your forehead or your right cheek rest on the mat right here. This is threading the needle. Then press again into your left palm. We're going to lift the right hand all the way up one more time. Then come back to tabletop. We're going to do the same thing on the other side.
All right.
Let's press first into your right palm into the mat. Then lift the left palm up. Then bring it underneath, threading the needle. Now we get to fly like a bird. Oh, I love how that feels. We'll do it one more time after this. Let's really fly all the way up. Spread your wings. Now thread the needle under your body. Press into your right palm. Lift your wing all the way back up. And then coming to tabletop position. Woo, that feels really good,
Right?
right?
My shoulder, I feel like I was just flying like a bird.
Okay, well we are now gonna start moving our bodies a little bit more. So from here, just lift yourself all the way up. I call this standing on your knees, because really,
You're standing on your knees.
you are standing on your knees. Do you remember that beach ball we had before in the last class? Let's grab that beach ball and lift it over our heads, just like in mountain pose. From here, we're just gonna take that beach ball, set it back down again. We don't have very long. So coming right back into tabletop position. And we are learning a new move right now. This is gonna be called Crescent Moon. So we're gonna take that right foot first, lift it up just like we did in the last class, and then pull your knee to your nose, and then step the foot to the top of your mat. So I'm going to go sideways just a little bit here. In our Crescent Moon, we're going to lift up in this position. It's almost like you're standing on one knee, because there's different variations.
Right.
Now you can stay right here and a little bit more of an upright. Or if it feels good in your Crescent Moon, you can allow yourself to hinge forward with your hips and get a big stretch in your front hip flexor right here. Great job, everyone. Now we're just going to plant your hands right back onto the mat and come back to your tabletop position. From here, it's a little bit different than child's pose. It's modified child's pose. So you're just going to push your hips all the way straight back and then come right back to tabletop position because we're doing that on the other side. So rise first, standing on your knees. Grab your beach ball. Lift it over your head as you inhale for mountain pose. And then exhale, bring the beach ball back down. Come to your tabletop position. Inhale, lift your left foot up. And then as you exhale, draw it all the way through, rounding through your spine. Step that foot through for our Crescent Moon. So you can just lift yourself up here. And if it feels okay, you can hinge forward just a little bit. Inhale, begin to rise back up, planting your palms onto the mat. Step your foot back to your tabletop position. How does that feel, Missy? Okay?
Oh, it feels good, yeah.
Okay, we're going to do that on each side one more time. So stand back up. First is standing on your knees. Inhale, standing on your knees, mountain pose. And exhale, release down to tabletop. Inhaling, lifting the right foot up. And then exhale, drawing your knee to your chest, stepping your foot. Inhale to your Crescent Moon. And exhale, plant your hands down, coming back to your tabletop position. Great job. We're going to do that again. Come back to standing on your knees. Inhale, lift your arms up for your mountain pose. And exhale, release down to your tabletop position. Inhale, lift the left foot up. Exhale, draw your knee all the way through. Inhale to your Crescent Moon. Oh, I lifted my arms up for that one.
I know.
I know. Exhale, step back to your tabletop position. So we are going to do a few more things, but then we're going to do that same thing, sort of like standing up, in a little, the same but sort of different. But the pose we did in our last class was downward facing dog. Do you remember, Missy?
I remember.
All right, so we're going to tuck your toes, then slowly press into your hands and lift your hips all the way up. So maybe you keep your toes up high here, but bend your knees. You can slowly work one heel down, then the other, but really press away with your palms a lot here. You can rock your hips from side to side. You can walk your dog out. Now gently send your gaze forward and walk your feet towards your hands, but bend your knees. And when we get there, take your feet out pretty wide. Bend your knees a lot for Ragdoll. Grab for opposite elbow and let your head hang heavy. As you can see, Missy is right here. And like a ragdoll, just let everything go loose. Let your upper body go loose. You can shake your head from side to side, but gently, nice and gently. And then releasing your palms to the mat, toe heel your feet to touch, and then we're just going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Great job, everyone. All right, so from here, we're going to do what we did down on the mat, but standing up. So we're grabbing that beach ball and inhaling, mountain pose, lifting the beach ball all the way up. But this time, keep the beach ball over your head.
Okay.
We're not putting it down. As we exhale, lift your right foot up just a little bit, and we're going to step it back to a crescent lunge. So just like that Crescent Moon we just did, a Crescent Lunge is just like that, but standing. So I'm bent in the front knee, and I'm staying lifted high on the ball of my back toe. You don't need to go real deep. You can just stay right here. Really good, but we're going to take one more inhale. And as we exhale from here, we're just going to lower our hands very gently down to the mat. You've got it. So this is new though. We haven't done before. You need to press a lot into your hands. We're moving into plank pose. You're going to bring your left foot to meet your right and come right into a plank. Then right downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Now we send our gaze forward. As you inhale and exhale, travel your feet all the way up. Very gently roll yourself up. Grab that beach ball one vertebrae at a time. Inhale your mountain pose, lifting the arms up over your head. This time we're doing it on the left. So lift the left leg up just a little as we step back for the crescent lunge. So just stepping back.
Wobbly on this side.
You know, each side is always going to feel a little bit different. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Now you'll notice in this crescent lunge, Missy, sometimes you want to open up just like that warrior too. But you want to think a little bit with your inner thighs as if you had something right here you were trying to squeeze together. Like squeeze it to help bring this left hip front. So we don't want to open up to the side. We're trying to stay a little bit more forward here. So I'm pushing a lot through the ball of my back toe. My front knee is staying forward, and I'm thinking about my two inner thighs squeezing together here. Take one more breath in, and as we exhale, gently lower the hands all the way down.
It's okay if you wobble like I do.
Or move the feet a little bit. You might have to step your feet out. Then we're going to bring the right foot to meet the left and a high plank. Coming back to downward facing dog. So we are going to do that one more time again. Inhale, look to the top of your mat so you know where you're going. Exhale, travel your feet all the way up. Grab your beach ball. Roll yourself up with control. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, we lift the right foot up and step back to our crescent lunge. Great job. One big breath through your nose. Exhale out through your nose.
I exhale through my mouth.
That's okay. She's breathing. One more breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to gently lower the hands down to the mat. Stepping the left foot in line with the right for our plank. Going into downward facing dog. Inhaling, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk your feet all the way up. Grab your beach ball, rising all the way up to mountain pose. Exhale, lift your left foot up this time and step back to your crescent lunge. Bending a lot into that front knee. Breath in and breath out. Take one more inhale and exhale. Lower yourself down. Step your right foot back to your plank. Come back to downward facing dog. And we're moving to tabletop. So just lower your knees down. And we're just doing a little review right here. So right now we're just going to lift the right foot up.
I'm going to dab my face.
That's okay. Sweating's good.
It is good.
So from here, as you inhale, we're just going to draw the knee to the nose. Just like in cat pose too, round through your spine a lot. Lift the leg back up. Let's do that one more time. Lift the leg back up and come back to your tabletop position. Let's do that with the left side. Pull your knee all the way to your nose, round through your spine. Lift the leg back up. Pull your knee to your nose. Lift your leg up high and bring it back down. Now we're coming right back to downward facing dog. That was just like a little mind review there. Because we are this time, we did this last time too. As you inhale, lift the right leg up. Now we're going to bring our knee to our nose. Shift your weight forward. Oh, your shoulders kind of come over your palms. Then lift the leg high. Let's do that one more time. Knee to your nose. Lift the leg high. Come back to downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Lift the leg. Shift forward. Lift the leg high. One more time. You can do this.
All right.
All right. Is that true?
Yep.
Yes, thank you. All right, from here though, I'm going to have you shift forward to a high plank. You may have to like shimmy your toes back a little bit here. And with control, now this is new, we haven't done this. We're gonna lower to our bellies. And from plank, you need to hug your elbows in as if they're going straight back, like a door hinge, and lower yourself all the way down. Untuck your toes here for Cobra. Now, for Cobra, I keep my palms on the mat. Some people like to hover them up. It's not a big move here. We're just gonna begin to peel our chest off the mat as you inhale, and as you exhale, lower down. For floor bow, this is a fun one.
I like this one.
Bend your knees towards your glutes, then grab your hands around your ankles. As you breathe in, your hands kick into your feet, and your feet kick into your hands, and you can lift up. It's so fun. Whee! Then gently lower everything back down. Press your palms in the mat, come to your tabletop position, tuck your toes, and come to downward facing dog. Great job.
All right.
Woo! Let's take a big breath in and big breath out. So now we're gonna really add on, Missy, because we're gonna add what we learned here to now and last week.
All right.
All right, so this time, lift your right leg up high. Draw your knee to your nose. Lift your leg back high. Let's do that one more time. Pull your knee to your nose. Lift the leg high. Downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat. Travel your feet all the way to your hands. Grab your beach ball. Roll all the way up. Come into mountain pose. Lift your right leg up as we exhale, coming into that crescent lunge. Now, do you remember what we did the last class? From here, we're gonna move to warrior 2. So I'm gonna face this way, just for a moment. We're right here in this crescent lunge. For warrior 2, we're just gonna burst open. The back foot spins to the back of your mat. Your arms come out wide. Hey there, see how fun that was? So we just went from here to the crescent lunge, and we just roll the back foot open. The front leg stayed exactly where it was. The arms came out to a T, sending the gaze forward. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. One more big inhale, then exhale, cartwheel your arms down to the mat. And this time the left foot will meet the right foot and come back to downward facing dog. Look at, we did all of it together. Inhale, lift your left foot up. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Lift the leg high. Bring your knee to your nose. One more time. Leg high, downward facing dog. Send your gaze forward. Travel your feet all the way up. Grab your beach ball. Roll up to mountain pose.
Everybody's doing such a great job.
That's right. We're going to lift the left foot up this time as we exhale to crescent lunge. Now we're moving to warrior 2. So if you inhale, we're just spinning open. So the back foot's the only thing that moves. The front foot is still forward. We send our gaze forward and arms come out to a T. One more breath in. And as we exhale, cartwheeling the arms down to the mat. Stepping back to the high plank, then moving straight to downward facing dog. So we're going to do that again.
All right.
Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift the leg high. Bring your knee to your nose. Lift the leg high. Downward facing dog. Send your gaze forward. Travel your feet all the way up. Grab that beach ball. Roll up for mountain pose. Lift your right knee up. Exhale to your crescent lunge first. Then inhale for your warrior 2. So my front knee stays there. I'm just spinning my back foot so it's parallel to the back of my mat. Take one more breath in. Then exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Step back to that high plank. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift your leg high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Lift your leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your gaze forward. Travel all the way to the top of your mat. Grab that ball. Roll up mountain pose. Lifting the left leg up. We move into our crescent lunge, stepping back. Then inhale, warrior two. You've got this. Big breath in.
Doing a great job.
And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Stepping back to your high plank. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Woo!
All right. Woo!
Big breath out. Ah.
Wow.
Coming to tabletop position. Extend your right leg out long here. For gate pose stretch, we're just going to rise all the way up right here. Lifting your arms up over your head and taking a nice side stretch. Breathing in however it feels comfortable. And then taking a counter stretch, place your hand on the mat and lifting up right here. Gently place both hands on the mat this time and just have a seat on the mat for a moment here. So keeping that front foot where it is, we're just going to come into a stretch. So your front foot is to your inner thigh. Lifting your arms over your head and then allow yourself to just gently relax forward onto your leg. And then gently come back up. Now, keeping this front leg forward, we're going to take the back leg into half hero's pose. So you're just going to place that same leg behind you a little bit, and you could stay here, but if you'd like, you can crawl yourself back just a little bit, and you'll feel a nice big stretch right here in the front of your quadricep. And it always feels really good because we're sitting a lot, right? Or you're bending forward a lot. So this helps give your stretch in your leg that you don't normally get to feel.
I know it feels really good on my leg.
It does. So definitely crawl yourself back up. We're going to take that same left leg, guided over our right, lifting the arms over your head for a gentle seated twist. So just send your gaze over your opposite shoulder. And a little counter twist. Let's just go the other direction. Okay, so from here, just going to cross the legs because we got to do the other side.
That's right.
Let's first come to tabletop position here. Then we're going to extend the left leg out long this time. Come into your gate pose stretch. Rise up, lifting your arms over your head. And we'll take the stretch here. And let's take a counter stretch. Oh, that feels really nice. Put both hands on the mat first before you have a seat down. This time your right foot is in your inner thigh. We're going to lift the arms over our head and gently forward fold over your left leg. And guide yourself back up. This time the right leg, we're just going to take this one and just let it sit right behind us there. And wherever it feels comfortable for you, you can either begin to walk back, just feel that stretch.
And one leg might feel different than the other.
Oh, absolutely. You know, one could be tighter or one might not want to go back as far. That's super all the time for me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, me too.
Then gently walk yourself back up. We're going to take the right leg this time over the left leg and take that nice gentle twist. We'll take a counter twist here. And then we'll just come to a comfortable seated position. Because you know what? You did it!
You did it!
Yes!
Good job,
High five right
everyone.
there! Boom!
Good job! Boom!
You did it! Wow! That was a lot! We did a lot of new stuff.
I know.
You don't even realize it. This was an amazing class, and I'm so proud of you
I'm
for
very
doing this.
proud of you.
So happy you're here, and we're so proud of you. Myself, Lisa, and Missy, we are so honored that you were able to join us today. It means so much to us, and I hope that you come back. Thank you so much We'll bring first our hands into a prayer position. Take your thumbs. We bring this to our third eye, and that's the space right in between our eyebrows. We honor you, and we honor you for being here. We bow to you and each other, and we say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.